Hello and welcome to episode number 41 of Girlstreamers. Girlstreamers is a podcast bringing you the girl streamers that you know and love. Girlstreamers is a community that supports and promotes girls that stream. We are a bi-weekly podcast and we'll be introducing you to some amazing girl gamers and allow you, the viewer, to get to know some of your favorite streamers. My name is Nymphadora and with me this evening is the lovely ArielRages.
Hi guys!
If there is time at the end, we will take questions from the audience in the channel. This is a live podcast, but we will also be available for download on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. Sorry about that hesitation there. What's up, Ariel? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What's going on, guys?
So, yeah, I'm totally professional with this. I know what I'm doing here.
We're all professionals.
Totally know what I'm doing here. So, how's your week been?
It was my first week back streaming after I took like a 2-week break, so it was pretty good.
Oh, really? What'd you take a break for? Just fatigue or?
No, my dad passed away 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, honey, I had no idea. I am so
it's okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Honestly, like it was a long time coming, and he was really sick. 2010, he found out he had 4 different types of cancer, and it was really sad. And they were like, he has a year to live, and I was like, what? So my husband and I rushed our wedding, and I got him to walk me down the aisle and all of this stuff, and we had 8 long years still. So at the end, it was more just like we are. Like, it's sad. We love him and we miss him, but he's not hurting anymore. So,
right.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Woo! Way to start off the podcast. I'm
super deep.
I didn't know. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Wow! Way to do your research there, Nymph. Good job. I am so good at this. I'm so good at this. You weren't very open about it, though. I don't think you really announced it to anybody, did you?
I posted it like in my Discord. I was like, "Hey guys, so this happened," but it wasn't like I had like one time on stream where I talked about it and I was like crying already, and I was like, "Hey," and I don't like people to see me cry, so I was just like, "Yeah, we're okay. Get it? You're fine. Okay, yeah. Sorry,
Kiddos."
Yeah.
So how did you come up with your name?
Okay, so hi, I'm Ariel. That's my actual real name, not just a play on the fact that I have red hair. And then I get really angry, like a lot. Like I play a lot of shooters, and I get really mad, and I talk a lot of trash. So just kind of worked out. So ArielRages. I used to have a different stream name when I started streaming, actually.
Oh, really? What was that?
Mm-hmm. Hybristophiliac.
What?
So when I very first started gaming, I was a telephobic Ariel. Telephobia is the fear of imperfection. I had that like when MySpace was cool, and people would be like scary Sarah or like like AASSBB. So I found a telephobic Ariel, and I was like, hey, I like this. This is cool. And I was like, so this is me now. So I used to be a telephobic X when I started gaming, and then somewhere along the line, I turned into a Philiac, which was a girl COD team. A girl-only COD team, and we were all Philiacs, and Hybristophiliac actually is super dark and twisted. I'm not going to say it on stream, but yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like I got banned off of Xbox for it when somebody finally reported it.
Oh, I've never heard of it before, so
yeah, it's
that's
dark.
A good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll stick with ArielRages then.
Yeah, I like it.
So where are you from?
I am from Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Have you
I grew up in a small farm town.
Always been in the Illinois area?
Yes. I've never lived anywhere but Illinois. However, I've been all over like the north central, northeastern part of Illinois.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's one state I haven't actually been through.
Gotta come out to Twitch Chicago, girl.
Oh no, when we drove my brother to Colorado, we were at the very southern tip of it. We did drive through the very southern tip. Yep. To Colorado. Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, I want to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
It's goals.
So, no, I lied. I've been through there. It looks a lot like Kansas and Kentucky down there. Not much difference down there.
Yeah, down there probably not. Up here it's more like because I'm like an hour and a half from Chicago. Rockford is like the second biggest area. It's actually more dangerous than Chicago. People don't know that, but it is.
Really?
Yeah. Like as in like last year, the mall is only like a mile away from my house, and last year we had 2 shootings at the mall, and then there was like a shooting at the restaurant, and women get kidnapped going to the grocery stores here. Like they leave the grocery store and get kidnapped going out to their cars. It's crazy.
Holy
Gotta be
cow.
tough.
Sorry, I have to have I have my MacBook over here because I don't have 3 monitors yet. So in order for me to watch chat, I have to have it on a completely separate computer. Because I have you over here, so I can capture your beautiful face. Then I have OBS and everything else over here. So yeah.
Yeah.
My setup is real jacked up right now. All right. So, well, I have a friend who lives in Chicago, so I'm just gonna have to. I have so many more reasons to come to Chicago.
Chicago. You gotta come to Chicago.
You're on the list. So
yeah.
So what is the first game that you ever played that got you into the gaming world?
So I've been gaming since I was like 3. Like Sega, Sonic, The Lion King, which is still probably the hardest game I've ever played in my whole life, is The Lion King on Sega. Like all those games, Earthworm Jim, Pocahontas, Superman. So Sega like really opened it, but like and then I just stayed gaming. Like I went through all the motions, but the first game that like really made me want to like stick to video gaming was BioShock. Like that's when I kind of considered myself a gamer. I don't want any. Thank you. Sorry.
I actually, it's funny. We were talking about BioShock. Was it yesterday or Friday? It's on sale right now, I think, on Steam. No, it was earlier today. Well, Humble Bundle, that's what it was. Yeah, it's on sale right now.
Not anymore.
Oh, no!
I missed it. It was all 3 for $20 and the DLC, and I missed it, and it ripped my heart out, Nymph. So you're just digging the knife out a little more.
Yeah, we were playing, I was playing with King Nightmare, and, who was it? Night Commander told us that it was on sale. We were like, yeah, but we gotta have money!
That's exactly what it is. You gotta have money.
I mean, $20 for all 3 games. I didn't realize they even had DLC. Like, that's pretty...
I think so.
That's a pretty sweet deal. Damn.
Yeah. And I missed it.
Holy shit.
I also missed that really awesome GTA bundle with Humble Bundle.
Oh,
and I was like,
I saw that. I actually bought that for my subs. That's what they got last month for their Humble Bundle giveaway.
That's awesome.
I was like, man, I kind of want to buy this for myself.
I wanted to buy it for myself, but I was super broke because of Twitch Chicago, and I was like, oh.
When was that?
It was last weekend.
Okay.
Not this weekend, but last weekend.
How was it?
Amazing. I love going out. There's a couple of meetups, like, I'm kind of in the middle between 3. So Twitch Chicago is always a great time, but there was a ton of people. There was like 400 RSVPs. So that was crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's like a mini... Twitch Chicago is basically like a mini TwitchCon for me.
Jesus.
So yeah. It was crazy.
Where'd you guys... Because didn't... I want to say... did Azili come to that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. And Red Sonia, I believe.
Yeah, but I didn't get to meet Red. I didn't know she was there, and she was like, I was with Azili, and I was like, but I didn't meet you. Like, I would have known. Like, if I had seen your name, I would have been like, I know you, and I never actually got to meet her, so I was super bummed actually.
Holy cow, I didn't realize that many people went to it. Holy crap.
Hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I want to try Twitch St. Louis is this coming weekend. And I'm trying to see if I have the money to go. I'd really like to. So,
Where did they have it in Chicago? Like just at a hotel somewhere or
Mahoney's Bar and Grill.
Oh my god. They had
Yeah.
almost 400 people at a bar.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. It was definitely tight.
Holy cow, that's impressive. I'm impressed.
Mhm.
Twitch Atlanta, I think, struggles to get people to show up. So I have yet to be one because every time they schedule it, I have something going on. The day they schedule it on Sundays, and it's like, well, I have podcast on Sundays, so
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. That's weird they do it on a Sunday. Why wouldn't you not do it on a Saturday?
I don't run it, so
That's true.
you know what? Whatever. I don't run it. It's yeah. They're nice. They're really awesome people. It's just that and I think it's because of the fact that we just don't have enough interest at the moment. Because
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that it exists. Like I didn't realize it existed until like right before Dragon Con last year. So that was like right before Labor Day weekend. That's when I found out about it. So I think the Atlanta one is still pretty new. Bless you.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
So how long have you been streaming?
That's a really complicated question. Because how long have I been serious about streaming is a little over a year now. Just like a little over a year. But I was streaming a little bit before then too, and I had like a situation with a guy, and I was like, I had to stop streaming for a while, which is also part of the reason I got a name change. So I'm anonymous now.
What got you into streaming? Yeah, you're anonymous using your real name.
Yeah, I'm super anonymous, you know. What got me into streaming? So I was playing video games with a bunch of my guy friends, and I realized that they're hilarious. I was like, you guys, yeah, you know, we're actually really funny, right? And they were like, yeah, if only people could watch us be funny. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. They can. So I started streaming our audio while we played COD, and that just kind of a bunch of us did it. There was like me, another friend of mine, and another female friend of mine, and I think I'm the only one who just like stuck with it, honestly. Like I really enjoyed it. I liked meeting people, so.
Very nice. I'm with you on the whole like being serious about streaming. I think in 2014 I attempted some streaming time. So like when you go to Social Blade, you see that my account has been there for a while, but I didn't really do much with it until 2016 is when I got real serious about it. God, wow. It's coming up on 2 years soon.
Yeah.
So I totally understand, like, you dip your toe in it, and then you came back and was like, all right, I actually want to do this. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
So these are, all right, I'm going to combine these two questions because they could be the same thing or they could be two separate things. So what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on stream, and what's your most memorable moment? So that could be the same thing, or it could be two separate things.
Okay. So
or
they're
you
not
have
the same.
multiple answers.
Yeah, there's two different answers. So the most embarrassing thing that ever happened on stream. I think I was playing Overwatch, and I have noise canceling headset because I don't know. I just don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anything. I have a loud house. I have 3 kids and a dog and an ex-husband who lives here, so it's like it's loud. And I'm playing, and I have a pizza in, and I forget the pizza's in because I'm going in as Reinhardt. And the next thing I know, I'm like, what is that noise? Because I'm hearing it through somebody else's headset. It's my smoke detector. I have a fire in my kitchen. No joke. My oven was on fire. And I'm just sitting here playing games. And all you see on stream is me throw my headset down and go running. I didn't even mute. And I'm like screaming. You hear the fire hydrant or fire extinguisher and everything. It was the worst moment. I'm so glad nobody could see it over there because that would have been worse. But yeah, that actually happened.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It wasn't like a dangerous fire. It was a small. The pizza itself was so burnt it was on fire. But
the oven and everything else is fine.
Yeah, there was no like damage to anything except for.
Oh, that is probably the best answer I've gotten to that question. Hands down, to date. That is the best thing I've ever heard. Holy shit.
I
Wow,
totally forgot it was there.
that's impressive. That would fuck me up because my kitchen's downstairs. So I use my phone for a timer so that I remember to go. So just, for future, put your phone on a timer.
I no longer cook while I'm gaming. Not really.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Holy shit. It's impressive. So then, then what's your most memorable moment?
My most memorable.
Because that's a pretty good one.
That's pretty good. Yeah. No, my most memorable is actually just like the other week. Or not the other week, but it was like 3 weeks ago. And I'm playing, and all of a sudden, a bunch of my friends came in, like a bunch of the people who watch me and my community. And I have a really great community. I always say that, but they all came in and they kind of just started being awesome and saying really nice things and cheering and subbing, and it was just this really big hype and love train, and like I'm never gonna forget it. It was the best thing. It made me feel so good, and you guys are amazing. So thank you guys again. Yeah, I cried. I cried like 3 times. They broke me.
I had one of those days before. I don't like to cry on stream either, and they made me cry on stream recently. Same thing happened. So I'm totally. I mean, it was a few months ago, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Subtrain hype. What?
Yeah.
So, what type of games do you tend to play and stream?
Like, I love everything. But, like, I always come back to PUBG and shooters. I really do. And I don't know why, because I get so angry, but I love them. But I do, so it's a lot of shooters. It really is. It's a lot of shooters. But I will say that I do play everything, and I love story-based games. Like, point-click adventures are amazing to me. They're some of my absolute favorite games are point-click adventures, and I would play them all the time if they weren't only 4 hours long for most things, and I can't just keep replaying them on stream. So, at least with PUBG, it's a different story every game until we die by hackers, which is how you always die.
Right? Okay, so I clipped it. I was streaming on Girlstreamers a few weeks ago, and the dude in my kill cam, like, it went in my view, the guy never pulled his gun up to shoot me. Ever. Never pulled his gun up to shoot me. And he was shooting at somebody before me, and he never pulled his gun up to shoot them. Right? So then I watched his death cam, and all of this is recorded because I was streaming, and on his thing, you don't see him pull up, but he's shooting at people, and then he shoots me, and he takes me down, and he never pulls his gun out. Like, his gun never moves, and I'm like, there's no way this motherfucker isn't hacking. This is such bullcrap. And it had some name like Panda TV. I was like, this is such a hacker name. Like Panda TV 10,000 or some crap like that. I was like, this is, dude. So I totally tweeted to him. I was like, hey, y'all need to check this dude out, because that's something, even if he wasn't hacking, this is a weird glitch, and they may want to fix it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, your fully released game, you shouldn't have so many damn glitches. Just
PUBG's
saying.
super esports ready.
Yeah, right? It's so ready for esports. So ready.
Super esports ready.
I'm not salty. Look, okay. I was playing with some of my buddies, and 2 of them got stuck on the walls in the barracks at the military base. And they're just running in place, and I'm like, what the hell? Two, in 2 separate places. In 2 separate places. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not salty about that game right now.
Not at all.
If you're gonna release a game, it shouldn't have as many glitches as it has. I love PUBG too. I think it's a great game, but it has too many glitches for it to be a fully released game right now.
I agree.
So what is your favorite game right now?
Right now or ever?
Both.
Right now, it's PUBG. Because I play it all the time. It really is.
Yeah,
but
you really do.
Ever, yeah, I do. Like, I play it offline. Ever? God, it's so hard because, like, I always want to say, like, BioShock. It really is. Like, BioShock, the whole series. Like, BioShock 2 isn't even that good, and I still really love it compared to a lot of games. I really fell in love with that story and, like, all of the secret story. So that's probably my favorite series ever.
Is BioShock the one with the girl and then the big, daddy, or what do they call him? Like the big,
yeah.
Like, I don't even know what it looks like, but it's like
I
the
wish
big
I had
machine
one.
with the drill. And then you've got the little
big
girl.
daddy.
Okay. The Big Daddy. That's it. Okay. All right. Yes. I've seen gameplay of it, but I have not played it yet. It does look like a very good game.
So good.
Yeah, I really want to play those games, actually.
Let me know when you do, girl. I'll be right there in chat. I'll be like, hey, here's some really random back knowledge that I only know because I'm a super hard nerd and fangirl. Like, I loved BioShock so much that I bought the book. They made a book that told the prequel about BioShock, and I bought it.
Nice.
I was like, I need this.
Very nice. Well, I buy Warcraft books, so...
You buy Warcraft books?
Okay, look, the Warcraft books are written really well, okay? Those stories are really good.
I believe you. I'm not, no judgment at all.
Especially when it's Christy Golden who's the one who writes it, which she is now on staff at Blizzard as their main lore writer. So
that's amazing. Hell yeah.
I know, right? So would you say PUBG is your main game then?
Yeah, right now, until something replaces it. It goes back and forth between PUBG and Overwatch, but the issue was I've only been a PC gamer since June when I discovered PUBG, and then I just kind of like made the switch. Before that, I was Xbox all the way. I also have a PS4, but Xbox hardcore, and I played Overwatch all the time. I played it on stream, I played it off stream, and I love it. But somebody just bought it for me for Christmas on PC. So I'm just getting into it on PC, so I don't play it as often because I can't give you guys those epic Reinhardt play of the games like I can on console. So I love it.
Just use your Xbox controller for the PC.
I don't wanna. I know I could, and I would be just as good, but I feel like I gotta get used to this keyboard and mouse combo. I gotta do it.
I do much better keyboard and mouse versus controller. Although I do prefer the PlayStation controller over the Xbox controller. I just like the way it fits in my hands better.
That's fair.
And I tried to play controller on Overwatch, and I'm like, because I played Call of Duty on the PlayStation, right? You know, I'm used to that on PlayStation, but it doesn't translate into Overwatch. So unless you start out playing Overwatch with the controller, it's not going to translate well. So I stick with mouse and keyboard, and I'm fine. I'm just fine. I am just as mediocre as everybody else who plays Overwatch.
I'm getting better. My biggest thing is, like, my fingers don't readily want to hit W or Q. They don't readily want to hit Q, and I'm trying to, like, get used to it, and people are like, just remap it. But like, I don't want to remap. It's just like PUBG. Everybody remaps their keyboard and their controllers, and I just want to get like, I want to be good at the base game as is. So like when I go to like TwitchCon and they have like the little tournaments and stuff, I want to be able to kick butt without having to change all the key bindings and maybe forget a key binding.
It's really funny. So I keybound my. So I don't like the way Overwatch puts melee at V. I think that's stupid. It fucking pisses me off. And I moved it to my mouse button. Well, when I went to BlizzCon, and I signed in to play, Sombra. It was when they were released Sombra. So I got to play Sombra, and I signed in under my name. It was already keybound because it saves it. So I was like, wait, why? Because I was sitting here trying to hit V to do the mouse or to do the melee, and I'm like, why is this not doing it? And then I clicked it on the mouse. I was like, oh shit, they saved my keybind. Hell yeah, this is dope as fuck. So, it was pretty awesome. So I got to play Sombra before she was actually released.
No.
And I am shit at her. Absolute crap. Absolute crap with Sombra.
I love Sombra. I'm a Reinhardt main. Not a lot of those, and it's like my favorite thing in the world. It's my favorite thing in the world because I'll be going in. Like I'm not kidding you when I tell you I'm actually good at Reinhardt, and I'll be going in, getting 4 kills, wiping out teams, and somebody will be like, "Nice play, Reinhardt," and I'm just like, "Hey, thanks," and they're like, I did not expect that voice, like, at all.
Right? Because they expect Reinhardt mains to be big, burly dudes.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, thanks. It's like, wait, what?
Hold up. Did I just... Hold up.
Lucio and Roadhog are my baes. However, I've been playing Moira a lot lately, and she's a lot of fun. I like her.
Yeah, she looks like a lot of fun. Since I came in after Moira, I can play every single character fairly well, except for like a few. Like I get lucky with Symmetra. I can't play a Reaper to save my life. I
cannot, Reaper's not, I can't do Reaper either.
Yeah, I don't understand. People go in, get all these kills, and I'm just like, I can't even move. Like, I get melted. So no. And then like, who's the other one? Oh, I can't play Genji. I don't know, man. All these.
I don't know people that can. I mean, the only people that can play Genji are people that only play Genji.
Mm-hmm.
And you always run up against one. I mean, everybody plays Genji, but only a few are actually good at him. And when you run up against a Genji main, you just want to, like, stab your eyeballs out.
Yeah.
Genji mains are, like, the worst humans on the planet.
She forgot about Hanzo mains. It's all right.
They're also terrible. And Widowmaker mains.
Yeah. I also made Tracer, though. I can play Tracer and Sombra really well. I don't know what it is. I think because my life has been running gun up until PUBG. Like, that's just who I was in COD, was running gun hard. And I'm actually really good at, like, Tracer's, like, figuring out how to play her and not take damage and kill everyone, which is difficult for some people. Not everybody. Some people can play a mean Tracer. I just happen to be one of them. But I'm more proud of my Reinhardt.
I'm pretty okay with Tracer. I actually learned how to play Tracer by playing Sombra, although I haven't played Sombra in a very long time. But because Sombra and Tracer are those characters that go in, do damage, and then run out, and then come in, do damage, run out. Like, you do the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yep.
So that's how I learned how to play Tracer, and I was like, oh shit, okay, alright. Now I know how to play Tracer, and I can actually be good. Like, I was wrecking face earlier as Tracer. But anyway, this is not an Overwatch podcast. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
So what attracts you about the shooter games? Like, what is it about shooter games that you just absolutely love?
It depends on what I'm playing. Games like Call of Duty and PUBG, I guess a little bit too, and Overwatch and stuff. I'm good at them. it's just second nature for me. I'm not to be cocky, guys.
You're so conceited. Oh my
No.
god. The look on your face though was so great. You're like, I'm good at them. So that's why I play them, because I can kick everybody's ass. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you shit for that forever.
Yeah, it's fair. I get it, but it's true. Like they aren't something that I have to take a lot of time in learning and having to understand. Like PUBG, I did a little bit, but PUBG, I think what always gets me back to PUBG is I am a loot whore. I am a loot whore in all games.
Yeah.
And PUBG, like PUBG just satisfies that.
It's the best.
Like I don't even
level 3 backpack.
dungeon.
I can get all the things.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes it's about the loot whoring, but other times it's just about I have mediocre skills. So
oh, you're no longer good at them. You're mediocre at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, man, I don't need to be super cocky. All right. No.
Hey, look, if you're good at them, you're good at them. I'm good at like the art, God, I don't even know what you call them, like the Sly Cooper, Red Dead Redemption, those kind of games.
Oh yeah.
I'm good at games like that.
I watched you play Red Dead once. It was really good. I was like sitting there. I've never played it, and I was like, she's actually really good at this. I was like, I don't feel like I'd be good at this.
I love games like that. I absolutely love games like that. Anyway, I don't know what you would call them. I mean, they're RPGs, sort of. Like, I don't really know what type of games those action adventure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably call it.
I don't know. It's a game I like to play. Whatever. I'm showing my gamer knowledge right now. So, speaking of games, are you excited about? Are there any games you're excited that are coming out this year?
I'm excited for when PUBG actually gets good and esports ready. No, I'm just kidding. No. Actually, Sea of Thieves looks really cool.
Oh, yes! I saw some people playing the alpha.
Yeah,
that game looked really cool.
I'm pretty into that. Yeah, and then this Hunt Showdown game. I don't know if it's coming out this year or what, but I got the alpha key, so I don't know when that's actually coming out, but I'm here for it. It's a lot of fun. Zilla Noises and I teamed up to play one day, and I was enjoying it until we decided to take on a boss, and the boss is like a giant spider, and there was a lot of screaming and a lot of confusion and a lot of shooting the wall. And I might have shot Zilla. I don't really know.
Speaking of friendly fire, you're gonna love this. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So today in PUBG, I was playing with Kiki. She was streaming, and so the game lagged, so I had to close the game out and come back. So I AFK dropped, and I AFK dropped in the water. So I come up, and I'm like, all right. And there's somebody swimming next to me who's not in my group, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna beat the crap out of her when we get up to the thing. So we get on land, and she's not coming on land. She knows exactly what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I start to run away and go to the top of the hill, right? So then she comes up here, and I'm like, oh, she came back. Kiki, let's go get her, right? And I'm running after her, and I'm like an inch behind her, just far enough behind her that I can't punch her. So I'm running, and you can't lunge in the game. And so Kinky comes running up beside us and like is trying to T-bone her. Doesn't quite catch up. So now she's got two people running after her. So then she starts running to this Dacia, and we have Ashley and Riley. They're like coming up, and Riley's sitting there trying to shoot her, and then Ashley's trying to shoot her. They shot her like 4 times, and she didn't go down. Like, I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why. Because her butt had like 4 holes in it. Seriously, like they shot her. Like we saw them shoot her. And so then she gets in this Dacia, and we get in the Dacia with her, and we're like, ha, we're gonna run you over, right? Because she's sitting in the passenger seat, and Kinky's in the driver's seat, and we're just driving around with this stranger. And Riley shoots us out of the Dacia. Friendly fires us out of the Dacia, and she drives off. I was like, what the hell, man?
Riley did her best.
Riley's a Scotsman, by the way.
Oh, Riley did his best.
He did his best.
He did his best.
He did his best. Yeah. So sorry. PUBG
okay.
stories, yo. PUBG stories.
PUBG stories, yo.
I thought you might like that.
I do. PUBG stories are the best stories.
I do like to hit people in the frying pan in the face with the frying pan in the face in PUBG. We haven't played PUBG together in a while.
Nah, we haven't. I think
It's
when
been
I
too
first
long.
played with you, you guys were pretty new to it. And I play with gods. So, and like, nobody likes to hot drop like I do. I like
No,
all
we've
the
been hot
drops.
dropping lately.
Hell yeah.
It's the only way to learn how to play the game.
It is. Yep.
It really is. So, is there one game that you would want to have a reboot or a mastering of?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The best Call of Duty.
Really?
It really is. It's the best Call of Duty.
I
And
hear a lot of people don't like the Modern Warfare versions of the game. I never played them. I played Original, and I played Black Ops 1 and 2. And that's the only ones I played.
So the first shooter I played was Call of Duty 2, and I got super into it. And then when I finally got the internet, I went to GameStop and I was like, hey, what Call of Duty do I want? Because there's like 8 of them at this point. And I'm like, hey,
Right.
which one do I want? They're like, try this one on. Go home, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Let me tell you, it wasn't long before I was actually known in that game. Like, coming into a lobby and people going, oh, hey, you're a telephobic X. You do stuff. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I do. What's good? Give me a UMP silence. And I am your worst nightmare in that game. But I need it to come back. And I need to play it again. Because I miss it a lot. But it's dead. Now it's all jitters and hackers. And it's PUBG.
Oh man, I have not played the Modern Warfare versions, any of them, so I'll take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a game that you would like to play again as if it were the first time?
As messed up as it is, the sadist in me, or the masochist in me, would really want to play What Remains of Edith Finch again. If I had never played it.
What's that game?
So What Remains of Edith
Why
Finch
does
is a
that
point-click.
sound familiar?
It's the most beautiful, heart-wrenching point-click adventure I've ever played. And I've played Gone Home. It is about a girl, and she's walking you like in this huge house, and it's her home, it's her family home, and she's walking you through things that have happened in her home to individual family members, and like you're playing their stories and how they've met their sometimes untimely ends, and it's just so good, but it breaks you. That was like I've only cried to a few games. One of them is like The Last of Us made me cry. Gone Home, Life is Strange, but What Remains of Edith Finch made me cry so much.
I like games like that though that have a really good story.
I do too.
Have you played To the Moon?
No. See, if you guys have games that I need to play for stories, please tell me, because
That's one you should play.
Okay.
If you like it's point and click. It's actually 8-bit. It's an 8-bit style. And if I say anything about it, it'll give the game away. So
yeah.
But it is if you are. It didn't make me cry, but it's because I was warned that it was going to make me cry. And when I'm prepared, I'm okay. I'm not going to cry. But it's the story is, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why people cry. It's a good story. It's a very good story.
Okay.
So, To the Moon. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
So, what is the oldest game in your backlog that you have not beaten?
So I have embarrassing answers to this because I talk these games up all the time. I've never actually finished BioShock Infinite or The Last of Us. I played them, got to the end, and didn't finish them.
I think I know future streams coming up.
Yeah. I did it because, like, The Last of Us, so, like I said before, I was an Xbox girl. I bought a PS3 just for The Last of Us. And I hated the controller so much. And I couldn't play with that controller very well. So the boss level in that game was so bad that I was like irritating. I was like throwing my controller, and I don't throw my controller, but I was really close to throwing my controller, and I was like, I need to stop. I was like, I'm gonna break it. I was like, I'm just gonna Google it. I'm done. I'm just gonna Google. And I did. And it's sad that I did. And then BioShock Infinite, something came out like right at the end, and then somebody spoiled the ending for me, and I was just like, no, I don't want to play it. I'm gonna be petty, and I don't want to finish it for myself.
I hate when people spoil games. It's so annoying.
Although I've been that person, so.
I have accidentally spoiled movies and TV shows, but I have not spoiled a game for anyone yet. I'm sure I will someday.
So I spoiled a game for somebody because, like, I love iced coffees. I get them all the time, and I'm standing in the line for Starbucks, and I'm wearing my BioShock Infinite shirt. And this guy comes up. He's like, "You probably have never even played the game." So I told him the ending. Don't mess with me, man.
Right. Okay. So that's a time when it is okay to spoil the game, because that's one of those douchebags who were probably the people, girl gamers don't really exist and that kind of bullshit. So yeah, fuck that guy. He deserved that.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, have you? He's like, yeah. So I spoiled the ending. I was like, okay, here you go. I'm petty. Sorry. Don't make me mad. ArielRages.
And I don't take credit for some of these questions. Some of these questions were given to me and I stole them. So I'm just saying that right now. Some of these questions are Q&A questions, and that were asked, and I was like, you know what? That's a good one. I'm adding that for future questions, because these are great. So I've stolen a lot of, but I mean, that's the mark of a good journalist, right? You steal questions from people.
Heck yeah.
So all right, this is the part where we get a little bit more serious. We'll stop talking about video games, because you know it is a video game podcast. So let's stop talking about video games.
Yeah.
Who inspires you to be the woman that you are today?
So this question is super personal for me. I didn't have much of a home life growing up, and by that I mean, like, I had a really crappy one. I didn't have a lot of role models, and I had to be my own role model. I had to be my own hero a lot. I had to be my own advocate, and I still do. So I inspire myself in that way. Like, yeah.
I think we were talking about this at the beginning, before the stream, and I was telling you earlier, like, I think that's when you can say that you are your own inspiration. That's a lot. Like, that to me is amazing, because, like, I don't inspire myself. I hate myself. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't inspire myself. I have to look to outside sources to inspire me. And so the fact that you can look inside yourself and go, I'm pretty awesome, I like it. I think that says a lot about you as a person. And I think that's a really awesome ability to be able to have.
Nim's gonna make me cry, guys.
So, what do you like about being a part of Girlstreamers?
Can I just... Okay. Girlstreamers is amazing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. how amazing I think Girlstreamers is. And that's not just because, like, I'm here, right? Um, I started
Girlstreamers is
streaming.
amazing because you're a part of Girlstreamers. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
right.
saying?
Yeah, like that's not
Yes.
why. That's not why. But no, no, oh no, no. I just meant like, as in, like, I'm not saying that because, like, I'm live on Girl Streamers right now. Like, I'm saying, like, I've always had a lot of love and respect for Girl Streamers because I started streaming, and, like, it's definitely hard. Everybody, it's a hard start for everybody when they start streaming, but to be approached by this amazing community and be like, hey, do you have a community? Do you want one? Here's all these really cool chicks. And, like, then you join, and there's a ton of girls. There's a ton of girls in Girl Streamers.
We're
And it's
sitting
almost
at over
impossible.
900 in Discord right now.
Yeah, and it's almost impossible not to find these women that you're going to connect with and click with and just fall in love with their personalities and who they are and grow with them and be proud of them while they're proud of you, and you guys inspire and you know, you support each other, and it's just super. That, to me, being the kind of person I am on Twitch, I am super community driven. It is amazing to me what you guys have done as a community. And it's like, I cannot stress enough how amazing this support system has been. And, like, I've met some of my best friends on Girl Streamers, you know? And it's like, I love you guys a lot. I owe a lot of my streaming career to Girl Streamers. So
I I like that, you know, you touched on the whole support thing. I like that, you know, even all right, look, we are all fully aware that it does not take much to be an affiliate. We're not stupid. We know it doesn't take much to become an affiliate. But the fact that when someone does make affiliate, like, there's so much congratulations and so much support and so much love that's thrown at the people who do make affiliate, because, you know, when you make it, it is still an accomplishment when you make an affiliate. Okay, it's fucking easy to make affiliate. Who cares? But the fact that you accomplished that's totally a step that you didn't even think you'd hit, right? Like, that
right.
is, it's still a huge deal. And the fact that we have partners in the community who are still so supportive of these girls getting affiliateship. And, we've got, we have had so many girls become partners in the last two. We're going into our third year. We'll have a 2-year, I think April or May, it will be 2 years since we've been a community. And, you know, we've had so many girls become partners, and those partners are still spreading that love. That, to me, attests to what Dad started and how she wanted it to become, because they are supportive, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Me too. So I love that you say, that fills my heart that you say that, because that's, at least on the management side of things, that's one of the things that we really strive for, is to show that support and to show that love. So I'm sorry if you guys hear my dogs, they're barking at everything. So what is your greatest challenge or obstacle that you have had to overcome in your life?
I think being a teen mom was probably the hardest thing I ever had to overcome. So there's a lot of hate, right? Like, I was 16 when I had my daughter. She's 10 now. I have this beautiful, smart 10-year-old girl in my life who people hated me for. People, you know, talked about me, and they said all these terrible things, and I was never going to amount to anything. And it's like, maybe that's true for some people. I don't think that's true for teen moms. But I think that, like, the fact that people just automatically put you down and label you as this person because you're a teen mom, it's just like, you guys don't know my story, you don't know anything about me, but you've already labeled me, you've already written me off, and you think you know where I'm gonna go. And it's so funny because I grew up in a small farm town, like 7,200 people, and it's so funny when I go home because people will run into me and they'll be like, "Do I know you?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, my older sister, my mom and dad, I'm Ariel, and my last name or my maiden name." And they'll be like, "Oh my God, I thought you were in prison." My mom actually had somebody come into her work the other day and ask if I had died, um, because they
What the
hadn't heard any.
hell?
Well, I don't talk to anybody from there, and
Why does it matter?
well, they wanted to know. Small town life is small town life, and I fell off the face of the earth, so they need to know. And because I was a 16-year-old mom, obviously my life isn't going well. My mom's favorite thing is just to kind of like rub in their faces how well I am doing and how I got out of our small town and how I am successful and I don't take anybody's crap and I don't deal with their drama. So
I grew up in a small town, so I completely understand that mentality. Like, and my mom and dad are like, because we live in Atlanta, right? My parents like, why won't y'all live why do y'all have to live in the big city? And I'm like, one, both of our jobs require us to be in the city, and I don't want to drive an hour and a half to work every day. Two, I don't want to live in that damn city because everybody knows everybody's business. Exactly. And I don't give a shit what's going on with the neighbor down the street because they're assholes anyway. So I totally, because my mom's like, she'll tell me, because she works at the courthouse, so she knows everything that's happening. And she's like, so-and-so that you went to school with. And I'm like, I barely remember half of the people I went to school with because I don't keep up with, okay, my graduating class does not give a shit about anything to the point we did not have a 10-year reunion because nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared to go back to, they tried to do a high school reunion, like a couple of people, but most of us, oddly enough, we have a lot of people who came out of there who were musicians, artists, film industry for me. Like, we're all, like, doing things in the creative industry. It's really weird that my particular class has out of 150 people, about 50 of us are in the creative industry. Yeah. It's really weird. Really weird. But some, in some form or fashion, we're in the creative industry. So none of us give a crap. We're like, yeah, we're cool. We're not living. There's maybe 50 people who are still in that town from my graduating class, and the rest of us moved. So I totally understand. That whole thing. And you know what? People make choices, and some of them can be considered mistakes, but you can grow and learn from those mistakes. Or you can look at it as, all right, I did this thing. It's time for me to go and run with it, right? Like, yep. I don't like to say I have regrets in my past. I have shit happen, and I hate the word regret. Absolutely hate it. Because that means that where you are in your life right now is not a good place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can look at what you did and say, I totally regret doing this, but then you wouldn't have a beautiful, smart, intelligent daughter.
Right.
So, all right, you did something not quite in the timeline you wanted to do it in, but you know what? Now you have this awesome life with 3 beautiful kids.
Yep.
So, like, I don't know. That's how I look at life. Like, I don't like to look at it as regrets. I don't like to look at it as mistakes. I look at it as like, it's literally steps. It's learning, you're like, you're taking whatever life throws at you and you're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just went on a rampage there.
You're okay. That's exactly how I look at it too. So
I get frustrated when people treat others like that. Like, just because you Ugh. Sorry, soapbox. I'm gonna get off of it. I'm sorry. Shit like that drives me nuts.
Exactly.
And my mom did it to me my entire life. And we are now slowly working on our relationship. But she was, like, if I had got pregnant when I was 16, she would have disowned me. Like, she's that type of person.
Yeah.
So, which could have happened. But anyway. So, if you could give your past self 1 to 2 words of advice from the wisdom you have experienced, what would they be? No regrets.
No regrets. I don't know. It's kind of in between. Keep going and ignore them. Because, like, there were so many people who I used to put I was that person who put so much stock into everyone else's opinion and of me.
Yeah.
And I stopped listening to and I let that twist my own mental state into this really dark place about myself. And now I'm kind of at this point where I've learned that none of their opinions mattered. And I don't have to hear what they're saying and believe it to be true because it's not true. Half of them are still stuck in the same town and they will never go anywhere. And they can continue to talk about me all they want. But I'm not there to hear it anymore. So either it's keep going because, there were times, trigger warning, where you want to give up. I think everybody's had that at some point in their life, but I kept going. And I'm really proud that I kept going, or just ignore them. I think those are it.
I think those are really good words of advice because, I mean, even if you didn't grow up in a small town, there's always someone who is going to talk about you. And you have to just learn. And I mean, I'm in my 30s now. So it took me, I was probably about your age when I started getting to that point where I'm like, I don't care anymore. I don't care what they say because I'm happy with the point I'm at in my life. I like where I'm going with myself. It's that was also about I got married at 26, 27. I don't know. I don't
So
really...
how old I am now?
Yeah, so roughly about the same age you are right now is when I got married. And everybody told me not to marry my husband because he is 18 years older than me. We'll be married 6 years at the end of March, and we've gone through a shit ton of stuff. And it's just, you can't let people, you just can't.
Mm-mm.
You cannot worry about what other people say. Because it's just, it'll weigh you down.
Mm-hmm.
So what trait of yours are you most proud of?
That I'm altruistic, I think, is probably the thing that I am most proud of about myself is that I am that person that if you need something, no matter what it is, I'm going to figure out a way to help you get it. I'm going to help you. I want to take care of you. I want you to be happy and feel like somebody cares about you. So that's who I am.
So what is your greatest insecurity?
My greatest what? Sorry, you cut out for me.
Insecurity.
Like my weight physically, mentally, or emotionally, it's just the how dark I can get sometimes. Like when the voices in my head get a little too much,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that. And the problem with it is I am the kind of person who doesn't like to ask for help, which is, funny considering I want people to ask me for help. So
those tend to go hand in hand, actually.
Yeah.
Psychologically speaking, it's a way of, because one of my closest friends is very much that way as well, and it's a way of not thinking about the things that she's going through, is by focusing on other people and helping other people.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of what it is, honestly. Honestly, if I had to be perfectly honest. But yeah, so I don't like asking people for help. And when those dark thoughts happen, sometimes I need to. Sometimes I need to reach out and be like, hey guys, I'm not doing great. Can you talk to me? And I've gotten a lot better with it in recent years. And I've got
Good.
some really great friends who, help me out. Can't tell you how many times I've been on like late night calls with like Zilla. And that girl is a godsend and I love her face because she walks me through a lot.
So you stole her from me. I see how it is. I see how it is.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding. You obviously need her more than me. It's fine. It's fine. She obviously likes you more.
I don't know
It's
about
fine.
that. You have Kiki.
I sort of have Kiki. She's where
Sort of?
Ashley Zilla was mine for a while. Okay, for those of you who don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Zilla's probably in chat like, I just came here to have a good time.
But she said alright, I know I'm breaking my rule, but Zilla just goes, wow, I feel so attacked right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. We will lighten things up a little bit. So have you ever been trolled?
Oh yeah.
Lighten things
Oh,
up
yeah.
with the troll question, right?
So, one of my biggest advices? I'm sorry, that's not a word. One of my biggest pieces of advice for anybody who has a Discord, turn off text-to-speech off.
Oh god, yes!
So one day,
I learned
streaming.
that the hard way too.
Yep, I'm streaming. I'm in the middle of Fallout 4. I'm having a good time. And all of a sudden, my headset is going crazy with just and like the R word and the F word. And I'm not talking about fuck. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, and I'm freaking out because like, I don't know, right? Like I have literally no idea where this is coming from. Go to my Discord. All of a sudden, I start getting a bunch of messages going, Ariel, what's going on? Like, I muted my whole stream, so nobody could hear anything anymore. You could hear no gameplay whatsoever, just my mic. And I was like, I don't know what you guys. I was like, and people come in, and they're like, hey, what's going on with your Discord? I had trolls come in and use text to speech for about 500 messages. Of just this
crap.
over and over and over and over and over. And I was like, and people left my Discord because of that. They were like, let me know when it gets fixed, or sorry, I'm not here for that. And I was like, dude, these are trolls. Like, I had no control. Like, I'd had guys come in and post like porn. Okay, sucks, no big deal, I get over it. But that was insane. That was like, oh man. So now whenever I'm helping a new streamer, I'm just like, hey, I know you just made your Discord. Turn off text to speech.
I learned.
Turn
I
it all
had
off.
a similar situation too. I had a similar situation. You can also set it up to where they have to have a verified email account. So that if they do end up coming into your Discord and they do end up doing crap like that, Discord actually can ban them completely from using their service, at least through that, they have to have that verified account and all that stuff. So, that actually cut down on a lot of my trolls as well. 'Cause I have an open Discord. I also have my Discord where you cannot talk in my Discord at all until someone assigns you a role.
That's how mine is now. After that day.
Yeah.
And now I have a locked streaming room. And
Me too.
Yeah. So many things you learn about Discord after that situation happens. You're like, hey, how do I lock this shit down? And there's ways, but you didn't know about them until you got trolled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I learned how to use Discord real fast after that situation. Oh my god, you are not the only one that has happened to. Holy crap. I thought I was alone in that. Oh my god.
No. Girl, it was so bad. I was like, what is happening? And just the fact, like, I had I'm so thankful for the mods I had that day because they were on it. They were starting to delete and they were like locking down the Discord. The one guy, my main mod at the time, he shut down everything. You couldn't talk. Nobody could do anything in my
that's
Discord.
smart.
Yeah, he was like, done. He was like, I don't know who's who. He's like, I don't know who got roles. I don't know. He's like, so right now, nobody can do anything until I figure it out. And I was like, man, you are great, because I was live. Like, I'm seriously in the middle of a stream and this is happening and I'm freaking out about it.
Oh my gosh. So
Pizza troll.
so what advice, my next question is, what advice do you have for new people getting into streaming?
Lock down your Discord. Secondly, I always tell people, so there's two big pieces of advice I always tell people, or three, I should say three. One, you need a schedule. Even if, I know a lot of people go, well, I'm not sure how serious I am. Even if you're saying, I'm going to be here every Tuesday for 1 hour for sure, that's a schedule. And it's super important.
You're absolutely correct.
So that's the only way to build this community. Like, a lot of people get discouraged because they're like, I just don't have people coming back. Well, if your stream time's all over, nobody knows when you're coming back. Get a schedule. Super important. And then if you're streaming on other days, just be like, hey, this is actually a bonus stream. I don't know for sure if I'll be able to stream this time every day, every week, but this day, at this time, I will be here.
Yep.
So that's one.
Mine started with 1 day a week, actually. 1 day a week is when I definitely for sure was streaming, and that was Tuesday nights, and it was from 9 to 12. That was it. That was the 1 day a week, and then, now I have a proper schedule because I was able to work it out. But, yeah, even if it's just 1 day, I totally agree with you on that.
Hey, are you supposed to go watch Frozen, man? She said no. I don't know if you guys heard her. She said no.
But I want to watch Frozen. What the heck?
Hey, go take her into her room, please. Please.
I need, break music while my mommy gamers are dealing with mommy things.
With their kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I need, break music, do-do-do-do, we'll be right back. Because you're not the first mommy gamer who's ever had this happen, just FYI.
The second thing that I would always suggest to somebody is communities are super great. Like, they are absolutely amazing, and they are perfect for that support. And I know any new streamer has that point where they're like, man, is this really worth it? And let me tell you, it is. But that community is going to help you get through that. So, if you're, female and you're looking for an awesome community, I mean, you're right here already. So just check out Girlstreamers. But I'm sure there's great there's definitely great communities that, for everybody out there. I'm definitely just saying, check out a community. They're amazing. And then third is, my third piece of advice for everybody is, don't get so in your head about those numbers. Don't, I know stats are there and followers are there and viewer count is there. But guys, I think people forget how important it is when you're streaming to be having fun. If this isn't fun, if this is stressing you out, if this is giving you this awful anxiety, if you're worried about it all the time, then maybe streaming isn't something that you should do until you can just have fun. Because that's what this is about. Meeting people, having fun, and sharing this amazing community, your amazing community, eventually, with everybody.
I think those are three very, very good pieces of advice. Do you need to go deal with the child back there? Because I saw the look on your face was that I'm about to go whoop somebody's ass face.
No, I just wish she would calm down. She has Frozen. What else do you need? And pizza. She had Frozen and pizza. What else is there?
Oh, snap. That's what's up. I want to be your kid. Holy crap. So, do you have any cool tattoos, scars, or piercings? I know you got piercings because I see one.
Piercings. A lot of people like this.
I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people comment on my spider bite.
Okay, it's a spider bite. That's what it's called. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How bad did that hurt when you got it? Not at all.
I mean, this lip ring hurt more than this has been pierced 3 times. And because I don't know if you guys can tell, I have really pouty lips. At least my bottom lip is super pouty. So I've been warned by multiple
This
multiple
girl's so
piercers.
full of herself, man.
No!
Y'all hear her today? Like, I'm good at video games. I have pouty lips.
I don't
Like,
have
I'm
that.
sexy
First
as fuck. You
I
are,
didn't
though.
say that.
But you are.
Thank
Stop
you.
it. You are. You totally are.
Thank you.
You do have really sexy lips, though,
that's-
for real.
Says nymph though. Like, she's fucking beautiful, right? Like, everybody knows. What is that face? That doesn't. Hi.
Anyway, back to your beautiful pouty lips.
But okay, so it's really pouty, and the piercer was like, "Hey, girl, just so you know, I don't know if I can pierce your bottom lip there." And I was like, "Well, why though?" And he was like, "Well, you have a bunch of scar tissue there from the last time you got it done." And I was like, "Yeah, but like," he's like, "But there's nowhere else to put it." He was like, "So if it's going anywhere, it's going through scar tissue." And he's like, "And just so you know, it's gonna fucking hurt." And I was like, I'm a big baby. I really am. So I was not looking forward to pain. Like, I cried when I got my ears pierced, guys. The only reason I got through my tattoo, I do have a tattoo of one. The only reason I got through my tattoo is because somebody pulled my hair and it took the focus off of my ankle while they were tattooing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the tattoo on your ankle of?
It is a rose, and it has a cowboy hat on it for my grandma, who I never got to meet. I'm actually named after her. My middle name is Sharon. So that's fun facts. Ariel Sharon. And that's her name. And her husband, who was my closest relative, he died when I was 8. But he was like my rock, like the only rock that I had for a short while in my home life. So I have a tattoo for them. The rose is for her. The cowboy hat is for him. Because he was actually in the rodeo. I have his cowboy hat.
Cool.
Hangs on it hangs on the wall in my room. So, and it says "Rest in peace, Perry and Sharon." And yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually want I want to add on my sleeve. This is my right arm is my sentimental sleeve. So I want to add 3 tattoos for my aunt, and my 2 grandmothers who died. And a rose is for my grandma as well, because that's her favorite flower.
Same.
So
that was her favorite flower. I asked my mom. I was like, "Hey, what was her favorite flower?" And she was like, "It's a rose." And I was like, "All right, bet."
She always had absolutely gorgeous rose bushes in her yard, and I would have to go, like, when she got to the point where she couldn't do any, like, gardening anymore, it was my job to go garden for her every spring. So, so yes, I want a rose as well. So if there was one person, past or present, that you could have dinner with tonight, who would it be and why? It can be fictional, it can be non-fictional.
It's going to be non-fictional, and it's gonna kind of go back to like the beginning of stream. I would want to have one last real conversation with my stepdad. I think if I could, and just be like, because he was too sick by the time, the last time I went to see him before, the last time, he woke up. It actually broke me. I actually had to call a bunch of people because I was crying. I was really upset. Because he woke up and he looked right at me, but he didn't know who I was.
Oh,
so there were a lot of things. Yeah, there were a lot of things I wished I could have said and told him and been like, "I want you to know that, like, after everything, my whole childhood, everything, like, I want you to know I forgive you and that you're my dad. Like, in all honesty, like, he's my dad, and I loved you, and I will always love you, and you always, be a part of me and who I am." So, because while there were bad times, there were good times too. So, and that's what I think people need to remember too. It's like, so I would like to have just one last dinner with him and say all that. So yeah.
Aww. So what is an ideal weekend for you?
an ideal weekend for me. Like, it depends on my mood, right? Because, like, I can be that super, I can be, so, I love adventures. I love new things. I am that girl that would rather, I don't get drunk, really. I don't go party. I would rather go to, like, museums and go to Chicago and walk around and people watch, or
I love
go
people
out.
watching. It's my favorite
Yeah.
thing to do. Love it.
Or like I love amusement parks, so like let's go do that, or let's go play some air hockey at the arcade, or like, but then there's also like that, hey, let's just hang out and watch Netflix and play video games and that kind of thing. So it's like depends
we're
on my
like the
mood.
same person when it comes to that kind of thing. Like, I'm totally with you on that. Some days I'm like, yeah, girls' night out. Let's get dressed up. Let's go party. Let's go have fun. You know, not necessarily get drunk, but, you know, go out, get all dressed up. And then it's like, yeah, I'm cool. Let's just have a barbecue at the house. Or I just want to hang out with my hubby and I'm good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I've got
that mood.
2 more questions for you, and then we'll open up for Q&A. We've got a little bit of time before we've got to go. What are you most thankful for?
Most thankful for these 3 beautiful little people in my life. Honestly. Yeah.
You're such a mom.
I know. Sometimes. There are days that I want to sell them to gypsies for $1, but most of the time,
only $1? Just $1?
That's if they would give me $1 for them some days. I'm gonna be real honest. I am that mom who's not afraid to admit that kids are assholes, and my kids are assholes. I love them, but they are dicks. Kids are dicks.
I think if you honestly cannot admit that children are dicks, you are living in a fantasy world. My brother will call me and go, let me tell you, and my nephew is 1, by the way, let me tell you what this little asshole did today. I'm like, all right.
It's a real thing. And people like, I'll be like, hey, my kids are assholes. And people will like look at me and like, warning, I am that mom that doesn't join the PTA because all the other moms would not like my mouth and not like the way I view my children and not like the way I parent them. I don't give a fuck. Let's be real. Kids are dicks. If you ever have given a 3-year-old pizza and frozen just to have her run around your house and make a mess for no apparent reason because she can, you understand that kids are kind of assholes. Or like been that mom that's like, this is my remote. It sits at my desk because Zoe's going to walk over to me at any point at some time in the night and she's going to go, I want to watch Super Y. And I'm going to be like, all right, Super Y. Turns on Super Y. 2 seconds later, I wanted to watch PJ Masks. All right, PJ Masks. Next thing I know, I wanted to watch Little Einsteins. Dude, those were three different TV shows in 3 minutes. You need to calm down. Pick one. Like, they're never happy. They're never happy until they suck your soul. Like, that's...
Oh my god. I love it.
But I do love them. They're everything. They
need people
everything.
like that at the PTA meetings, though, because you need the realistic... you need the realism at the PTA meetings. You need it. You need it. So my final question for you is, what is your strongest passion outside of streaming?
Music.
Really?
I love music. So I actually get really irritated because a lot of people judge my music because I listen to everything. I go from Glee to folk music to hip hop to like down and dirty rap to metal to pop. And like I love this Discord integration for Spotify, but I also hate it because I'm like, people are gonna click that and they're not gonna know. They're gonna click it and see I'm listening to Glee and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? And then it's gonna go to like Slipknot and then they're gonna be like, what? Like, it's just people are gonna judge me. Like, don't judge it.
I don't judge it because my Spotify playlist is all over the place. So
Exactly.
it depends on my mood, what I feel like listening to. Like, do I want to listen to Kesha today or do I want to listen to Bob Dylan? Do I want to listen to like Pink or do I want to listen to freaking Little Uzi? Like, it just depends.
Hell yeah. Kesha's
not
underrated, by the way.
I agree, and I'm not the biggest fan of Little Uzi. Not the biggest fan. He's okay.
I feel that.
He's okay. I don't like Drake though. Drake can go suck a dick. I'm sorry.
Drake has some songs that I'm like, all right, Drake, I see you. I hear what you're saying to me, and I'm really into it. But like a lot of his music, like a lot of the new stuff, I'm just like, what happened to you?
I'm not a fan.
Who made you this way?
I didn't like Drake when he came out, and Rihanna is what made him that way. But I don't know. There's something There's something about Drake that I can't get into it. Him and Sam Smith. I can't get into Sam Smith.
Sam Smith, I have like one song from. I think. I can't check. I don't have Spotify up anymore. I closed it.
So I know Kinky's been giving me shit because I don't like Maroon 5 and I don't like Sam Smith. And to me, Adam Levine and Sam Smith sound like nails on a chalkboard. I'm sorry. But they do. And I'm pretty confident I have perfect pitch. So when I hear them sing, it makes my ears want to bleed. Because it sounds like nails scratching on a chalkboard to me. And I can't deal with it. And so
just all that auto-tune, huh?
It's really bad. And the thing is, I've heard Adam Levine sing not in his falsetto, and it's beautiful. I know the man can sing, but when he sings with Maroon 5, it is garbage. Sorry.
I feel that. No, I feel that, actually. I don't really like it when he sings really high either. So, my favorite song at the moment is called We Don't Have to Dance, and it's by Andy Black. And people don't remember Andy Black, but Andy Black was the lead singer of Knives and Pens, or why can't I think of the name now?
I know Andy Black.
Black Veil Brides.
Black Veiled Brides. That's what it is. Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, wait, I know Andy Black. I know that name. Well, I know that name. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But he has this song out now called "We Don't Have to Dance," and let me tell you, girl, that man, his voice.
I think I know that song. I am gonna sound like a hipster right now. I love music too. I'm totally with you on music. Like, I'm classically trained vocally and stuff like that, so...
I'm not, but I love to sing anyway.
Ha, people. I actually do know how to sing. Anyway, so... I know people are like... They think I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to music, but I do. I do know my stuff. But, I liked Ed Sheeran before he blew up. Because I got to see him live right before he blew up. And that was the best concert I had ever been to in my entire life. Because that man plays the guitar. He played his guitar, and it was just a guitar and a repeater, and that was it.
Oh,
that was it the whole time.
So good.
And I was like, what the hell? This is the most talented dude I've ever... And he sounds... You know how he sounds on the radio? He sounds better live.
Yeah.
Like, Pink is the same way. She sounds better live than she does on the radio. Like, it's crazy.
I would kill to see Ed Sheeran live.
I would love to see a full concert live. Because it was one of those, like, a friend won tickets to, like, a Jingle Jam. They called it Jingle Jam. So we got to see Jason Mraz. No, it was here in Atlanta. But it was... Okay. Let's see. Jason Mraz was there, which he was really good. God, there's a couple of other people that... Calvin Harris was there.
Nice. Okay.
Ed Sheeran, and there was another one that I don't really remember the name, and he kind of went away. But, yeah.
The last concert I saw was Silverstein. So, when relived my emo days.
The last concert I went to was it Judas Priest or was it? It was Judas. No. Stevie Nicks with
Nice.
Fleetwood Mac. It was Fleetwood Mac or Judas Priest. I can't remember. They were like within the same month, so I can't remember which was. But they
Amazing.
Christine McVie was there with Fleetwood Mac, so it was like actually Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Performing. Holy crap, that was. And Mick Fleetwood was sick, and he was drumming like crazy on the. Oh my god, that was. Man, that was an awesome concert. And they were like 70-year-old people up there jamming it. I was impressed. I was blown away. And then Judas Priest, like Rob Halford, could still hit those high notes at almost 70. I was like, yeah, man, this dude's awesome. So,
hell yeah.
Absolute nobody is asking questions. I guess I hit all questions. They're talking about songs and music right now. Like, I think we distracted chat. Like,
damn it.
Chat's like, oh man, I like this song. It's like, all right, that's great. Do y'all not have any questions? Ask your questions.
Ask your questions. Come on, guys.
Red Sonia agrees with me about Sam Smith. So who are Defile Pro. Okay, I'm sorry. It's orange on my screen, and so it's hard to read. Who are your favorite streamers?
So I don't follow a lot of big streamers. I will always preface that. I like giving support to smaller streamers, and so some of my favorite streamers are smaller streamers. People who I always have a good time in their chat or by watching them. Yes, actually, Nymph, you're one of them. It's
I was just kidding.
But you are. But you are. Some of them would be Mr. Daddy Country TV, Zilla Noises.
Wait, what was that first one? Mr. Daddy Country TV?
That's his name. Mr. Daddy Country.
I'm gonna have
Country TV, y'all.
That name sounds so amazing. I have to go look that up.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. He's an awesome streamer. He has a lot of the same ideals as I do. So, him,
nice.
Zilla Noises, Luna Bear. That's just her name now. He used to have numbers. Luna Bear. Teddy's is another one. That's with 3 Z's. He's another great guy. So it's a lot of people in my community. That Dutch Geek, Ruri Kid, Zero. There's so many. Touch of Oblivion. But they're just people who never... Kink Nightmare. Did I say kinked?
You have not. You did now.
Kink Nightmare. They're just a bunch of people who I always have a great time, whether I'm with them on stream or off stream, or no matter what they're playing, I'm enjoying what they're doing. So, yeah.
Well, May's Days asked a question for us, but the question she asked is actually geared more towards a future project we have that's going to be starting up soon, and it's going to feature she's asking specifically about like the type of stream and stuff like that. And so that's actually a great way for me to segue into stream theory, which is Carice and Azili will be doing that soon. And so if you have questions about specific stream stuff, that's actually the best way to go. This particular podcast is for me to get to know a fellow girl streamer within the community and for that to be shared. So it's an interview type podcast, and I ask, and at the end we always open it up for Q&A, specifically for you guys to ask her any questions that I did not ask. Questions like, what's your favorite type of food? What's your favorite color? Stuff like that. I don't ask those questions, but if you guys want to know, you guys are welcome to ask those questions. So I do apologize for not answering your specific question, Maze. But this is not the podcast for those type of questions. She specifically was asking about, like, should I stream a certain way? And that's just not, that's not what this particular podcast is for. So,
right.
So Zilla says, if you had to live on an island for a year, what 3 things would you want a year's supply of? Internet!
I was literally just about to say internet. but like, I don't know if I should be practical. Like, there's 2 levels to this. Like, if there's practicality, and then there's just, like, things that I want, that I would need if I, like, this is hard. Like, it's like food, water, shelter, or it's like internet and puppies and candy. Like, there's
Internet,
2 levels.
puppies, and candy.
There's 2 levels.
Oh, nice. Defile, we actually already asked her what her first game was. It was the Sega games. You'll have to go back and listen to the beginning of the podcast. So Kink Nightmare asked, if you could pick up only one, I like that question. If you could pick up only one question in PUBG for the rest of your gaming career, what would it be?
It's Charlie, man. Anybody who's played PUBG with me knows who Charlie is. That's the Scar-L. He has his own name because he's that special to me. Charlie is bae.
Nice. So Jar asked, favorite gun / drop spots in PUBG. I like that question too.
Favorite gun is obviously still Charlie. And favorite drop spot? We get kinky and pachinky, y'all. You know? We're always dropping in pachinky.
Let's get kinky to pachinky one day. Oh snap. Actually, she dropped in pachinky a couple of times today. I'm proud of her. I followed her. So, Blaker Girl asks, what advice do you have for those who are just getting into PUBG?
If you're playing third person, corners are your friend. Manipulate those corners. If you're playing well, actually, and all together for everybody else, you're gonna die to a hacker. Take deep breaths. It's just overall, it's gonna happen. It sucks, but yeah. Also, if you want to play PUBG, if you're gonna play PUBG, you gotta play. Yes, you can have the dragon. This sits on my webcam, and she wants it. So, play with people who aren't going to be, I don't know, arrogant and, like, who aren't gonna make you feel bad for not knowing everything. Play with people who want to have fun and want to help you get better. So,
I agree with you on that one. Maze Days ask, if you could vacation anywhere for one weekend, no concern cost, where would you go?
I have always wanted to go to Rome. Always. It's so beautiful, and there's so much culture. I would definitely go to Rome.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Silky asks, in your opinion, what's the most overrated game?
Ooh. Not now. Not now. Not now, please. God, that's really hard. Most overrated game.
That's a really good question.
League. In my opinion, League. I don't like League. I know it's a lot of people's favorite game. But I think that the community is toxic. And I told her she can have it. Stop. Sorry. So, yeah, League.
I'll agree with you on that because, I'll agree with you on that. because I play Heroes of the Storm, and I have just as much fun playing Heroes of the Storm. Like, and it's a MOBA, and yeah, it works differently than League does a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, it's the same I don't know. Like, I'm with you on that. And I think that the community is what makes it overrated. Like, if the community wasn't, League is known as the most toxic community in all of gaming. Like, hands down. Like, and I've played competitive Overwatch, and Overwatch will get salty in competitive, but if you're not playing competitive Overwatch, it's not really that salty.
It's really not that bad.
It's really not that bad. It's easy to avoid. It's not easy to avoid in League because they have the all chat and everything. I don't know. I'm trying to think what that answer would be for me. Huh. I've never thought about that question. That's a good question, Silky.
It is a really good question.
What is the most overrated game in your opinion? Oh man, I could tell you what movies I think are overrated, but everybody will hate me. So we won't go down that route.
Star Wars?
No, I like the Star Wars movies.
Oh.
I think comic book movies are a little overrated at this point.
Oh, Nymph is throwing out the fire. Listen, before you guys start roasting her, let her just have her opinion.
TV, it's TV. It's like, and this is someone whose first movie was Batman. All right.
Okay.
I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is that great of a movie. They're good movies, but it's the same thing as the Avengers. All right. I'm sorry.
Is it?
It's 4 characters going out to fight something, right? I'm sorry. All right, I gotta stop before people start punching me in the face. Like, people are gonna come to their screen and punch me in the face for that, but I'm sorry. See, Silky agrees with me. Although I haven't seen Black Panther yet, and I'm really excited.
I want to see Black Panther.
We have our tickets for tomorrow. I'm so stoked about that. I'm so ready for Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm really praying to God that is not overrated. Because, like, I go into the movies and I'm like, man, all right, this was way too hyped up, right? Like, I've totally gone into movies and I'm like, that's too much hype for that movie. And that's what happened with me for Guardians. Is too much hype for the movie. I'm like, okay, all right, too much hype for one movie. Come on, guys.
Fair.
I'm totally gonna ask you that question, Silky. Heck yes. So Maze asked, okay, I'm sorry, I can't read.
You're good.
If you can only play one game for 1 year, what would it be?
Oh, god damn it. One game for 1 year. Dude, it's gotta be PUBG though. Cause it's just all of my friends play it. It's the best. Like, it's gotta be PUBG. I wish I kind of wish it wasn't PUBG, but it's gotta be PUBG.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So I knew that was going to be your answer. That's why I just kept looking at the chat. I was like, I know what she's going to say.
I wish it wasn't, but, like, if I had to be honest, like, everybody plays PUBG right now. If you want to play with your friends, and I can only play one game for a year, and I want to play with my friends, it's got to be PUBG.
Right? Yeah, and we've literally been playing it for a year already, so why not?
So it's got to be PUBG.
See, and it's funny, I wasn't going to buy PUBG, and a friend was at a panel at DreamHack Atlanta over the summer back in, God, it was June? Yeah, it was middle of June sometime. So he came and crashed at our couch, and so he was telling us about PUBG. And he sold me on the game. And because of him, I bought the game and started playing PUBG and have never looked back. Work today ask, is there any canceled games? I'm gonna rephrase that. Are there any canceled games that you wish that you could play? That's a good question.
There was, but I don't. God, that was so long ago. There was a game and I was so hyped for it and it got canceled, but I honestly can't tell you what it was now. But I know there was. And I feel like somebody's going to say it when they hear me say this and I'm going to be like, that fucking game. So yeah, there was one, but I don't remember now. And it got taken and turned into another game. I know that. It was canceled and it got taken and turned into another game. God, what was? Yeah, I don't remember. I don't. It's not there.
What's that? Paragon? Is that MOBA? I just found out it got canceled.
Paragon.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Paragon?
That sounds
like
really familiar.
It's like the third-person MOBA.
That sounds familiar.
I want to say it came out in 2016, but apparently it doesn't have enough interest, so they're canceling it. It's like, all right.
Okay.
Paragon. Wow, Woolmeyer. Wow.
Petty.
Wow. Paragon. Wow. You know what?
Savage AF.
Wow. All right, we'll take one more question and then we will close out.
Okay.
May's Days ask, if you could go back to high school, middle school with all the knowledge you have now, would you? That's a good question. Would you go back to high school?
Like, go back and, like, do it differently? Or just, like, go back?
Both.
I wouldn't do anything in my life differently. I can already tell you that. Nothing in my life would ever be done differently than... Because if I did any single one thing differently, it wouldn't be today. I wouldn't be who I am today. We talked about that earlier.
Right. The no regrets.
What? Yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, no regrets.
No regrets. But let me tell you guys this. So I found a quote the other day and it fucked me up. So I'm going to share it with you guys. We're also worried about going back into the past and like changing one thing and it having this huge butterfly effect and like changing everything about today. Why are we not as concerned about the one little thing we could do today that could change everything in the future?
That's how I live my life.
Deep AF. Like, why?
You know what?
Like, we don't think about it.
And with that, I think that is a great way to end the podcast. So, where and when can we find you streaming?
I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 4 Central Standard Time on my own channel, twitch.tv/ArielRages. And on Wednesday, I stream for this awesome community right here at twitch.tv/Girlstreamers_ from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Technically, it's a / FYI.
What? What's backslash? / Okay.
Backslash
Maybe.
goes that way.
That does what? That does go. I feel like we're, because I'm looking at you, that they don't make sense. I always thought it was backslash.
I did too, until my brother, who does IT work in the military, he's like, that's a / not a backslash. I was like, you're right.
No, I just Googled it. It's backslash.
No way.
I swear to God, girl, it's a backslash. I wouldn't lie to you.
What does a / look like? /. No.
Just type in the word backslash and it, like, the very first thing that comes up. Oh, wait, hold on.
Backslash is the one where the top left corner is tilted to the left and the bottom right corner is tilted to the right.
You know what? You're right. So I'm not gonna tell you what happened, why I thought I was right. We're not gonna go there. But you're right. So / okay, well, twitch.tv /
That's okay. That's okay.
links.
It's all good. I will have all of that stuff linked in the podcast info so you guys can find it easily there. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. This was a blast. Yeah, it's time for us to close because Scrappy Wheels comes up on the channel soon.
Scrappy Wheels.
Heck yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been a Girlstreamer podcast. Girlstreamers is partnered with Loot Crate, Fresh Designs, Punks Paracord, Simple Jerky, Ewan Racing Chairs, Glom Tom, and Sennheiser. Links to all these amazing partners are down below, so please feel free to click. Thanks, guys, for all your support. Please follow us at Girlstreamers on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and now on player.me. If you have any questions or would like more information, you can visit our website at girlstreamers.com and contact us through there. You can subscribe to us on Twitch or GameWisp. Don't forget, when you subscribe at the $4.99 level, you get access to our Discord fan channel, and you can buy some super cool gear in our online shop at designedbyhumans /shop/Girlstreamers. You can find ArielRages on Twitter at ArielRages. That's ArielRages. And Twitch at twitch.tv /ArielRages. Again, that's ArielRages. Our next podcast will be March 4th with Kayla Marie T right here, same time. This podcast is a part of the Two Lazy Dogs Media Group and the Girlstreamers community. Encourage, support, grow.